afternoon, everybody. So, let's see. Today's date is May 16th. And we're going to be moving ahead with all the stuff that we have been working on. With Jill's concert done and out of the way, we're going to move on to our new Edmonton guest. And you know who that is going to be. And I'm going to write it up on the board for all of you to see here. And then that's going to be the last time I'm going to be standing up, because I want to sit down. It's kind of exhausting having to talk and having to teach and having to stand up. So, all this is going to be gone from the board, and we're going to start fresh, and I'm going to write very, very small. So, we're going to be starting in on Abby Lee Miller, who will be coming here tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to put on a big celebration. I'm still coming up with the theme song. We're going to be having a concert. And that will be honoring the star of the Dance Mom show, Abby Lee Miller. And the day we're going to have all of the resemblances is May 19th. That's the big day, really. So, and May 22nd. So, the concert songs will be the 22nd of September. It's called September. It's a take on a kind of just a jazzy song that you're all going to be listening to. But I believe that her real birthday is September 22. We're going to implement the real song and adding in, sections with Abby Lee in it. A Million Dreams. The next song is going to be called You Have to Be There by Susan Boyle. So then there'll be a couple mini songs. So there will be the theme song prior to everything else. Theme song. Then there was going to be the Rachel Ray of Dance. That is going to be one of the mini songs. Okay, and then, we're going to be doing the sections, and the looks and the resemblances. So, it is going to be, from Davis to Jessica. That's going to be another mini. In parentheses, I'm going to put Fieri. Think of Guy Fieri, female version, to Jessica. Okay, so those are a couple of the miniature songs. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I want to incorporate. I'll come up with a couple of things. So, then, because we have to get to astrology, we're stealing it off Just Peachy. And it is going to be, the Virgo song, okay? So then, for astrology, we're going to sing Virgo. We did Leo the last time. We're going to be moving on to Virgo. Just peachy, just like we did. Okay, now, for a resemblance prayer, because there will be several. A couple of them will be through Zoom, which is going to be Rachel Ray and then someone I knew from school. Then the big resemblance is going to be resemblance prayer. Okay. And also at the very, very beginning, there will be custom resemblances, just like we did for Kathy with all those nonsense words. Resembles for short. So resemblance prayer. Her resemblance will be my 5th grade teacher. This is her name. I'm not going to say it because it's a pleasure and it's not. Now remember, my decision was pretty debatable and pretty tough. Because on one side of me, I didn't want to. On the other side of me, I really did. But I chose to because of the main leading role of the Dance Moms. Now, subject alineries, or subjects going with this mentioned guest, will be Asphalt 8 Airborne, which is a very addictive car racing game. I'll show you what that looks like. You can easily go to the Google Play and download it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I could put in there. Not really. Okay. Well, another small little thing I could put is nail it. So, all of this information I have written on the board for you to see. I have made pages way prior in advance, where she can go on and see it. She'll be arriving tomorrow, May 17, and all of this information will stay up here. Okay? Now, I'm going to talk through it, because we have September, and I'm going to play for you what that song sounds like, and we're going to be incorporating lyrics that sounds like our mentioned guest, which is, do you remember the 21st of September, or whatever the birthday. It's either the 21st or the 22nd of September. The next song will be A Million Dreams, which is a song that I remember the organization playing for the 2019 senior graduation. They were singing it as a choral performance. By the way, Gemini and Virgo both rule Mercury. So, and then joining Gemini was when I really got interested. So, A Million Dreams, having a million dreams, and you're going to hear that song, and it's going to be really, really pretty and inspirational. And then You Have to Be There. That is a song by Susan Boyle, and you really have to, before you just decide anyone who you feel those immense feelings with, you just decide to put that song in. It's not for every single immense person. You really have to look at the lyrics, because part of it is I wouldn't dare to question you. I have resistance towards you because, toughness and meanness and disrespectfully, but I need you. You're the role model. I couldn't go anywhere without you being there, since the relationship with Abby is really, really strong, and they've been with her so many years. There's a resistance, but yet there was just a gravitate toward Abby. She's one of, kind of like the strict parents and world's strictest parents. So You Have to Be There. We're going to be singing that. That is by Susan Boyle. Now, one of the very, very small resemblances, and this really goes with look mostly in the later Dance Bomb series, Rachel Ray of Dance. A slight resemblance to Rachel Ray, and I think that all of you know who she is. She's on Food Network. She has a cooking audience television show, and I remember when I was little, I was very, very interested in her kitchen, which was orange, and orange was one of my favorite colors. So, and then the next song is going to be From Davis to Jessica. These are two of the words, including Rachel Ray, that will be in the customary, that will be in that song, the custom and the custom resemblance song. So Davis is Melinda Davis. She was actually a science teacher that I had, and kind of resembling the female of Guy Fieri. And I put Fieri, and you know who Guy Fieri is. He does diners, drive-ins, and dives, where he goes to different restaurants and he cooks and he eats different food, and he has that Aquarius sun and personality, that very quirky personality, through the stinging Jessica. So that is a peel that I actually had back in the day. Having that same pinpointed sting that they both share together. And then we're going to do the Virgo, just peachy, because as you know, Abby's sun sign is Virgo. And they're very, very analytical, they're very, analysis, perfectionist, and all about the details. We're going to be having the resemblance prayer, with this person written on the board. I'm not going to name names. But we're going to be having that on May 19th. So then, this game right down here, you're going to be downloading it from the Play Store. And this is going to be it's a racing game with several different settings where you can go to. For example, Barcelona, Venice, Patagonia. In Patagonia, one image on that near the mountaintops is really... And also with the custom thing, it's all about pictures. Remember I gave that whole spiel about what customs are. It's also about random images that make it in you and your experience and, with the individual. So, that's really what we're going to do, and we're going to talk all about customs another time, just to kind of clear that up. But so, this is what the board looks like. Okay, just want you to see what it looks like. Now, what I want all of you to do is, this is work time for you all to work on your projects. Those projects are the show and tell projects. Remember that the written portion is due now. So now I'm going to suggest that you all work on your presentations. That's the next step. Working on your presentations. I'm going to go over that right here, because I want to save the other side for song lyrics. Now the presentations, this is what I have to say about it. Is that using Google Slides, using more images than words, because the words will be either written out on the speaker notes and written on, and we'll also have her astrology, so that's will be another thing. So astrology, the birth chart, and so let's see here. So I don't want you to be putting a lot of words on your slides. They'll be on the speaker notes, either on your presentation or on paper. Note cards, paper, whatever it is. But try to put more images than words. Hardly any words at all. So that's what I would suggest. So make sure that your presentation, I'll just write this down, more images than words. Okay. Make sure your presentation goes along with how you're going to be structuring your speech. So goes, con, speech, structure. Goes with structure of speech. Now, okay, Moon and Pisces. Okay, so, writing down, dreaming, imaginative, sensitive. So, goes with speech structure. So, remember that how you structure your written portion, okay, how that's all set up, and you can do it anyway, because it's, the world's your oyster. That's how your presentation will be set up, in that same exact way, in the same order, in the same format, but on a presentation appearance. So, for example, you're going to have 1 to 2, up to 2 slides of one of those paragraphs. So, a title slide, okay, which is going to include your name, then show and tell project, what you're showing and telling, okay, and then 1 to 2 slides worth of origins history about that object, your story and experience, and then 2 slides on why you love it so much, why it's one of your pleasures. And then your conclusion slide, which is going to include basically all that in, the whole thing, including all of that written information in image format. You're going to be using it as you're talking, you're going to be using a machine, and you're going to be going through the different slides as you're talking. So, let me think. So that conclusion, whatever legacy statement, and remember, the legacy statement is the inspiration, the value inspiration, the important, it's something that inspires us, that really hones on an importance. That's what a legacy statement is. And it creates a legacy, which usually is at, the end or the beginning of, whatever. In this case, it's your essay. So, just remember to create a presentation for all of the different sections. And the rest is completely up to you. That is all of the little expectations. So I'm going to put all paragraphs. So it's completely up to you. The world is your oyster. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you time to do that. Okay? Because this is the top priority right now. Okay? I'm going to give you time to get that done and work that. Okay? And so, you're going to do that, okay, for today. Later, we're going to come back. I'm going to play for you all of these different songs, and I want you to hear what they sound like, and we're going to get introduced to lyrics and all that stuff, okay? So, excellent, and remember, we're having a new amazing guest come mañana. So, thank you everybody for your attention and your instruction. Now, get to it.